Who are you that wanders this world uninvited? Another explorer? What are you seeking? Power? Immortality? Or are you just a fool looking for salvation? You can't simply enjoy the power of Quern, not without consequences. You must leave the same way you came here, for your own sake.
What? There. I know. Give me a second, okay? Jeez. Well, it says it's going. I don't know if it's a little hot right now, but it does say... I don't know what happened. I literally don't know what caused that to go off. I do appreciate somebody saying something about it, but let me just bring it down a little bit, because it seems like it's a little bit on the hot side. Okay, how does that... Wait, let me do a little... How's that sound? Does that sound good? Okay, all right. Yeah, again, I appreciate you calling it out, because I would have been like, at least somebody's on the stream to see it. Because I was so focused on this, I didn't even notice that the mic went out. I still had my notebook up above it. That's what I was doing. Did that cause it? No. This is not touchscreen, is it? No, it's not. Okay, so that's not a touchscreen. I got a new lower monitor. I'm like, maybe I accidentally touched something. I don't know. I do not know, but I need this back because I need to kind of look at values. So, again, I appreciate it. Thank you. I just don't know why it did what it did. So, okay, can you stay there? All right, so that's not it. Actually, can I do that? No, this plus this doesn't do it. No. It gets you close, but over. Which makes fine, because the goal is a little... If I did this, and then this, that should leave a little. And now if I do this again, is this going to be too much? Right on the knob. Wait. Why didn't you... That was right on the goal. Oh, yeah, I forgot to do that too. Hold on. There. Oh, well. I mean, no, I'm not stressed. I'm actually not stressed at all. Unless the point is you're supposed to get to it on the 6th one, the last one. So let's do that. I don't know. No. It doesn't make any sense. Like if I... that doesn't... I mean, I get it if I do this. I do that. And that. And that. And that. And then that. Boom. I mean, it's dead on. Oh, you have to be on something to do it. I might have to look this up. This doesn't make any sense. Now, there's something else we can do, too. This wasn't the only area we can go. There was another thing that opened up somewhere else. But you would think... that with that being perfect... unless we got to go around. I don't know. Oh, wait. Oh, well. I guess you have to flip the switch. Who knew, huh? Who knew? Oh, Lord. First of all, can we finally open this? Yes. Okay, so now we have this open here. Is that the symbol on the other side? Yes, it is. Ooh, a letter. Reading.
This is the exact place where I achieved the breakthrough. After hundreds of failed attempts, I finally managed to create a much more efficient energy source, capable of providing a relatively large amount of power constantly. This white luminous mineral is the compressed and purified version of the natural, locally common, reddish-orange colored energy crystal. To be able to cast specific machine parts, I developed a procedure to liquefy this new crystalline material. I thought that a discovery of this magnitude could change the subject of my whole research, even the meaning of my presence here. I was right.
This white luminous materials compressed and purified version of the natural liquefy this new crystal. The base of a crystal battery. Maybe I could assemble a crystal battery in the energy converter room. What is the energy converter room? Is that the one that has the batteries in them already? Maybe? Possibly? What's this? What's this? Oh, gotta use the room. Oh, I think this is just showing that white crystal much powerful than... Ooh, what's that? The top of a crystal battery. Maybe I could assemble a crystal battery in the energy converter room. Maybe, you think? What's this? A clay mold with 2 arms to hang. This can be used to craft a crystal battery core. Where could I put that? Maybe I could check the alchemy for some crystalline liquid. The alchemy. Oh. Okay, there. Okay, you do nothing. So you slide like this. You do nothing. Any hints as how to make a battery crystalline energy core? Okay, you don't do anything. Why don't you do anything? The other thing is, okay, we got at least something. We got battery parts. That's what's going to make our final battery that we need. We read the letter. What does this do? Well, whatever I did, it ain't undoing it. I heard a thump. That ain't it. Nope. Huh. Well, the bridge ain't shaking anymore. It was kind of just yumping and jumping. I put the bridge down. Does that even matter anymore? I don't know. What is the other symbol? I want to... Obviously the gear room, we need to make the battery to get to the last room. It was kind of like the middle finger. Where... Was it in here? No, we had already done that. That was like a crystal looking. This is more like a beaker type of looking thing. I just don't remember where I saw it. Jason, yes, sir. Jason in USA right now. To speak, apply on everything you say. Or is there some what? I don't understand what you're asking or stating. So this door is open. Yeah, this goes back to there. Okay. We got that. That's that. Oh, wait a minute. Is it the thing over there? Because that's a gear, too. Okay. No, that's still not turning for whatever reason. Okay, so it's... Where did I see that before? Is it over in the alchemy area? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. So, oh, okay. Okay. What I'm curious about is, do we yeah, Jason in USA right. I still don't understand what you're asking or what you're getting at. The mold looks like it was made to withstand heat. Yes, it does. Because I just heated it. Where are the batteries? Okay, so maybe what we need to do is okay, so we have maybe, oh, okay, okay. Maybe what we need to do is put that in here and then pop it out. Yeah. There we go. A solidified crystal battery. Maybe I can assemble a crystal battery and the energy converter. All right. There we go. Okay, so this is like oval? Is that what you call this? That's what I'm going to call it. 1, 2, 3. So this has a line here. Sure. Sure. Let's take our battery. And now I can get into the gear room. Exciting times. Exciting times. I don't know if the order means anything, but we can finally get into this one. We could get into that one, but we can't. Why not? Do we go around? Oh, what the Jesus. You gotta be kidding me. There's nothing up this way. I mean, I know what's up here, but... Oh, this is... Oh, okay. Back to, oh, I think I know what you have to do here. Oh, there's 4. Okay. Okay, I see the vision. I just now have to figure out how to get them all to... So you can do 1, 4, you can do that. That can just go by itself, too. Okay. So you can do 1, 4, you can do 1, 3, you can do 2, 4, and you can do 3 by itself. Okay. Now the problem is, how do you get the... How do you get them all to line up? May 24th. Is that Bug? I can't remember who's who anymore. Okay. All right. You're confusing me, man. I'm just messing around with this right now. Always close. So what were you asking before, Electron? I really was confused by what you were... Okay, so something is open on one side now, I think. Okay, well, we can't do that. But now we can just switch, like, from these two. I was asking that the right to speak apply everything you say, or is any restrictions with what? Again, I don't know what you're getting at. I really am confused as to what you're... Am I restricted as to what I'm supposed to say? By who? By what? I don't know what you're getting at. Okay, so now we can get into that. What about the other side? That should be shut off if I understand this. Yeah, there's a wall here. Okay. In USA. The right to speak apply to... Oh. The First Amendment, I think is what you're getting at. So, am I free to say anything? Well, I can say anything I want. There's consequences for saying what I want, though. I mean, I think that's a thing that people get mixed up with the First Amendment. And I want to make sure that the First Amendment prevents Congress from making laws respecting an establishment of religion, prohibiting the free exercise of religion, or abridging the freedom of speech, the freedom of the press, freedom of peaceable assembly, and the right to petition the government for redress of grievances. So I am not a constitutional expert. So this is also where the separation of church and state comes into play. So the First Amendment basically says that, even though people say it explicitly doesn't say it, but that's how it's always been interpreted, is that there is a so you have freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, right to petition, and freedom of assembly, freedom of association. So you can, to say anything. Sure, I can say anything I want. That doesn't mean that I receive no consequences for what I say. If I want to say I think a current representative is a piece of shit and is doing a terrible job, I have the right to say that without fear of being jailed or exiled or any type of punishment. That's, I think, what it's getting at. What is amendment? Is it amendment to the Constitution? There are 19 amendments to the Constitution of the United States. So the Constitution was originally written in a way that it could be amended, and those are what the amendments is. So, forgetting which amendment. I think it's the 19th Amendment. But there's an amendment that allows women to vote. That was in 1920, I believe. So that's what the amendments are. They're just amending the Constitution to either change something like the ability for presidents. They used to have no term limits. And after, was it FDR, who had 4 in a row, died in his 4th term, I think that's when they're just like, okay, we don't want that. So they made an amendment to basically say a president can't serve more than 2 terms. So that's all they are. And the first one is just, again, look it up on Wikipedia. It's got all the information you ever want about the United States Constitution. But that's what I can say. I can say that, and I have I have no fear of consequence from saying that. Now, if I said a politician should be put to death, that I can say, but that has some ramifications as well. So, you can say what you want in a public place. You can, if you go into a restaurant and you want to say racist things to the people that are working there, you can say that. They have the right to refuse service, and they can actually trespass you. So they can have the cops come and say, we don't want this person here for any reason. That's their call. An airline can basically say at any time, somebody who's flying on their plane, they can say, nope, you're not flying, you're gone. So, do I know every amendment? Not off the top of my head. No, I should, but I don't know every single one. I think there's 19. I believe there's 19 amendments. Okay, so we can go in here now. The mechanics. Well, that looks interesting. What's this letter?
You've managed to get into the mechanics. Clearly, you've completed all of my previous challenges. This could mean that you are a genius, fulfilling all of my expectations, and you are truly worthy of all the further knowledge I'm about to offer you. Or you could just as well be a fool, considering the fact that the power of Quern literally gives you infinite time to guess the solutions of all my puzzles. One way or the other, I'm sure your presence here is no mistake. Your participation in this matter is absolutely essential. If she were to appear to you, she would try to poison your mind with her misleading lies. You must ignore her, just as I once did.
Why? Why should I ignore her? How are you any better than her? Maybe she's actually correct. Okay, so those are all the things that were spinning around. That also makes me wonder if I could open it up so I could get in there. Is there something you can do on the other? Yeah, there is, I bet. And these panels just slide around, so we know how I could just flip those two and do that. But I want to check out something real quick. Actually, no, not that. Let me go to my map real quick. Mechanics, yeah, we still haven't gone over there. but that's okay. She had kind of like that green glow, which this gate does. I'm not sure that she's... I can't do this yet, obviously. But when that little green misty spirit came to talk to me, I was kind of wondering, do you have a lawyer? Someone told me that everyone has lawyers. No, I don't have a lawyer. I mean, that's... So when you hear people say, like in movies or TV shows or something like that, the Fifth Amendment is basically your Miranda rights, which is if you're ever pulled over by the cops or you're being arrested, what a lot of lawyers will tell you, whether you're guilty or whether you're innocent, is if the cops start asking you questions, you can say, you basically have to say it like this. You have to say, I am invoking my Fifth Amendment right. I am not answering any questions, and I wish to speak to a lawyer. You know, you can say, I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right. I will not be answering any questions unless my lawyer is present. Now, do I have a lawyer that I can make present? No, but what I'm saying is, I have the right by the Fifth Amendment to not incriminate myself. So I will not answer any questions, and I want a lawyer present. Now, do I carry my lawyer card around? Do I have a lawyer that I can just pull out of my ass and say, all right, come and help me? No, lawyers are not cheap. But you have the right to do that. Trump was notorious for saying that, you know, if somebody pleads the Fifth, that they're chicken. And what did he do? During his depositions, he pleaded the Fifth, because a lawyer will also tell you that rather than to incriminate yourself, plead the Fifth. You have the right. It also can arguably make you look guilty, because it's like, if you have nothing to, if you truly have nothing to be guilty of, if you know you're innocent, then why wouldn't you speak up like that? Lawyers can be arguably filthy scumbags and try to twist every single word around against you. That's why you have a lawyer, to defend yourself against that. So yeah, that's what that is. But no, have you ever experienced any of these things? No. So I don't worry about it, you know. I haven't had the need to, or the experience of having it. So, but I mean, if I did say that there is somebody that I know who is a lawyer that I could probably get in contact with, and, you know, at least say, okay, who's that person? But no, I don't. You don't get a lawyer here. You don't just have a lawyer. I guess a good thing to do is at least to know somebody who's a lawyer, that if you ever did get into a very unfortunate circumstance, or just whatever the case may be, then that you have that ability to maybe have somebody defend yourself. Lawyers will also not defend themselves. They will tell you, if they are ever incriminated, if they're ever sued or anything like that, a lawyer typically will not defend themselves. They'll get a lawyer to defend them. So, how much to fees a lawyer? Lie. No, I'm not going to lie. I don't know. I mean, you have to talk to a lawyer. I will just generally say they are not cheap. They can probably range in the hundreds of dollars an hour. For consultation fees, for litigation, for all the work. They are not cheap. That's also a problem, is that yes, you can have a lawyer defend you, but it is not cheap. That's why they also say, if you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be provided by you. One will be provided to you by the court. And, well, could I technically afford one? I guess yes. I mean, I could spend the money on that, but if you get one appointed to you, it doesn't mean that's going to be a good lawyer, because it's probably a defense attorney that's got a whole bunch of other people. I mean, I'm not the expert on this. I am not the person to really be asking about any of this, because I'm not the one that knows all this stuff. I'm just speaking from what I do know, but that's why I keep saying, I will always say, I am not a lawyer. Consult a lawyer on these questions, because they are the ones that will know. Lawyers can also face jails. Oh yeah, of course they can. They're not above the law. You know, they They can be sued for malpractice. They can be sued for a whole bunch of things. They can commit crimes and go to jail. Of course. Okay, where the hell was I? Okay, so we're in that mechanics room. Let's go back there because I read the letter and then I really didn't look at anything else in there. What's this? From number 5, number 3 is reachable with a knight's move. Okay, that's like an L. The sum of the numbers in the third row is 7. Number 4 stands alone in the column on the far left. In none of the rows can stand a number that's greater than the number in the row below it. So you have to go stand a number that's greater than numbers in the row below it. So you have to have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you add up all the numbers in the fourth column, the result is 3. Number 5 is the only one standing alone in both its row and column. Okay. Can the president also be suited, or can he cancel? Again, I am not a lawyer. I am not a law expert. So I am qualifying this all with I could be completely wrong, and do not hold my answer as fact. My understanding is now it gets very muddied that the president has apparently, again, look this up, but that's what happened recently. The president apparently now has immunity during their presidency. So whatever decisions or things that happen during their presidency, they cannot be criminally, which again, that doesn't, they can be impeached. They can still be impeached. Congress can impeach them. But being impeached is half of it. They also have to be removed. So like Nixon was impeached, but never removed. Clinton was impeached once, but was not removed. Trump was impeached twice, but not removed. So the impeachment comes from the House. The removal comes from the Senate, if I remember right. So you need both sides too. But being impeached is considered a really bad thing. It happened to Trump twice. So yeah. Can the president be sued? Yeah. I mean, EJ and Carroll sued him and finally got the $5 million. There's still the $80 million that's outstanding, and Trump is fighting that left, right, and center because, doesn't like losing, can never admit to losing. But what party do you support? The party that aligns with how I view things. I generally would say I vote for a particular party. I'm not really keen to say what it is, although it's not a hard thing to guess. But I have a particular set of views, and one party definitely does not align with me, and one party generally does, although I think that they tend to be somewhat incompetent at times. So, but I'm more interested in the people and their ethics, their morals, their integrity, and what they would stand for, and how they would vote. That's really what matters to me. If a person from another party I felt aligned better with how I view things, that's the person I'm going to vote for. Okay, so number 5 is the only one standing alone in both its row and column. So the way that the fourth rule works is that each row is going to have a number. And you're going to have the sum of the numbers in the third row is 7. And none of the rows can stand a number that's greater than the number of rows below it. Oh, because we have a 5. Okay, so we need... Oh, this... I need to turn that off for a second. Hold on. Interaction helper. that was going to get really annoying in a hurry with this thing. I'm more just trying to get these kind of... Jeez, I'm jealous, you know why? Because I want my speaking behavior just like yours. Yeah, I have no idea how other countries work in terms of their laws, their rules. You know, you say you're jealous. Things are definitely not peachy rosy, you know, all unicorns and you know, happiness here. I'll be perfectly honest. These past 2 years have been an assault on our freedoms, to say the least. So, you know, a republic is good if you can keep it. The democracy is not free. You know, you don't have this set up, and if people don't fight for it and make sure that it's upheld, it can be taken away rather quickly. So, it be what it is, and for what, you know, unfortunately, but that's just kind of how things work. Okay, back to this. I really need to focus on this. From number 5, number 3 is reachable with the Knight's Move. Okay, that makes sense. So some of the numbers in the third row. Okay, third row from what? Are you going 1, 2, 3, or are you going 1, 2, 3? You know, how... Game... Like, how do you... It doesn't even tell you... I might look this up because I'm just... Can you please? Oh my God. Why? Oh my fucking God. Number 4 stands alone in the column on the far left. And none of the rows can stand a number that's greater than the numbers in the row below it. So do I have this reversed? Like this has to be... Oh my God, this game. But it said 4 needs to be... Number 4 stands alone in the column on the far left. Okay. And the third row is 7. It's still a knight's move away. If you didn't know what a knight... In the 4th column, the result is 3. Again, what's 4? What is 4? Which column is 4? Is it this column? Is it this column? I would assume, because it says number 4 stands alone in the column on the far left. So that one would have to be 3. Okay. And what does this say about this? In the 4th column, the result is 3. And it says 5 is alone. Yeah, so 5 has to be basically here, and nothing can be in its row or column. All right, see you later. No, that's too far away. And the 3rd row is 7. Okay, that worked. Do I have a gear? Well, I have a gear. Let's turn the despackling back on because I need to know now. Okay, so we got that right. And now I think I need to go to the other side and figure that out. So we need to just do it so it's 1 and 3 and then 2 and 4 and flip them around and then go in on the other side. So let's do that. Okay, so let's make sure. Wait a minute. Scheiße. Hold on. We need to get it to the other side. So we can do 1, 2, 3, and those. Okay, so that's what we want. Still can't do that. I think we have to have the internal workings all working before something happens. All right, now we should be able to get in on the other side. Yep. What does this do? Okay. What does this do? Holy shit buckets. I gotta write this down. There's no way in the hell I can remember all this. Okay, here we go. I just had to write this massively down as fast as I could. So it's 3, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 4, 1, 2, 5, 9. Yeah, that was easy. Now, do I have a gear? So I have a gear. Oh, now I've got... okay, got it. I see the vision, I see the path. I think I know what we need to do now. Excuse me. Can I flip you now? Yes. Well. That did something. That did a thing. Oh, I've seen you before. What is that? A key with 4 adjustable crystal parts. The shape of the key is reminiscent of one of the machines in the mines. Oh. But it's not like, yeah, that's what we really want. We want to get this out of here. Those look like the symbols for all the batteries. Yep, that's rectangle. That's diamond. That's circle. That's hexagon. And that's oval. Okay, so... I'm not entirely sure, though, what the batteries mean in terms of their place in something. Oh, these? Does the ever-powerful blue. Okay, I get it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I have the feeling the batteries somehow need to go in with this or something, but that's the key for the fourth thing. So do I like... Yeah, but how do you get it to turn? If you're even able to. Like, these go up and down, but they don't go side to side, which is kind of what you would want, right? If you wanted it to fit that way. But that's not how this works. Okay, so there's got to be something. We need to go deeper. So let's actually go to the mine again. Okay. Wait, what? That's... Hold on. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, so now what do you do here? Wait, I gotta go to the mouse. Nothing. Okay, so we got the mold out for the battery. The key comes out in those ways. There's a pipe that goes in there, but what does that do? Can I pull this up? No, I can't. And this one, though... I don't know if that matters. Any blue light power here? I don't understand. So it's like that lower, that upper? Or do you want it to match that? Nope, close. Like, sort of matches, but I don't know. Do you want them all to be even? I don't understand what the... Aha! Okay. What do we want to put here? No, we want to put... No. Can we put... No. 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 What can we put there? That we can't grab anymore. So, wait, what? If we do that... What do we do? What do we... Does that power it up? Wait, do I still have my other torch? Yes, I do. I don't understand. What this is supposed to do. We have the key working. Is there something I'm missing here? This feels like the problem with what's that game? Blueprints. We're supposed to fill up the tanks, but they're not moving. They're not doing anything. Where is that going? It's just going in the floor. We don't really see where. That's fine because it let us bring this down. Yes, we get it. White crystal, very powerful. Put the fucking... You won't fit in there? There has to be power getting to that from this, but... Is that not enough? I don't understand. I don't... I might look this up because I don't... Yep. Nah, I don't care about those achievements. Yeah. Yep, did that. Did that. Yep, did that. Yep, did that. Did that. Yep, did that. On the first try. Fine, whatever. Yep. Adjustable key. Yep. 4 pegs rise at the same height and achieve the main part of the wire. So, yep. Yep, that's what I thought. You do this by moving the hand at the bottom. We want the energy to go. And pressing the button of where the energy should come from. Wait. Moving the handle at the bottom where you want the energy to go and pressing the button of where the energy should come from. Oh, there's a button on it. Oh my god. Wait, what is that saying? Fucking hell. Got it. Okay. I just did not see the buttons here. It did not make sense. Now totally. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, give me a second. This is going to take some time. I'll get it. It's just going to take a little futzing around to get this to do what I want it to do. One, two, three. We need 6. Shit. Damn it. Of course. Oh, there we go. Because now we can just dump this into here. Take this, dump it into here. And now dump that into there. Right? Is that the right line? Or do we need to put the... Yeah. What did that do? Computer. Why can't I... Fuck you. Am I supposed to... Oh, now I'm supposed to get it there. Okay. I think this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, you can't do it to yourself. Okay. Okay, so now we need... If I... Okay, that gets me 5. So now if I put this here and I start here, that'll give me the 6 that I need. And now I just need to dump this over here. And then move this here and get that. Oh, you're shaking. get it. Because those two are the same. We just need to get rid of that one. That gets us 4, but we need one less than that. Doesn't really do much. Yeah, it's still one short, doesn't help. Still gonna get you the 1, it doesn't help. I know I'm not talking much, I just want to get this puzzle done and then I can hopefully move on. Yeah, this doesn't really do anything. How do we freak it, it's only 3. As you can tell, I am basically flailing at this point. There's got to be a way to do this. That goes without saying. That sound is driving me nuts. We can always get it down to 1, so if we do that. Great, we're down to 1, but I don't get it. not help. You just keep going around in a circle. Wait a minute. No, that won't work. I don't know. If you put all the energy in the tall one, you're always going to get you're always going to get one too many. What if I did this? No, that's still going to get you the one. It's not. God damn it. This one's confusing me. How do you get it to that one? Nope, not enough. I need something that adds up to 12. No, 11, I'm sorry, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need something that adds up to 11. And we have 13. Doesn't matter, these two are the same, so that would still leave 3. That would leave nothing over there, and that would not give us what we want. I don't know. No, if we could only just get 2 or something, I don't know. I don't get it. Do not understand. Does not compute. Undefined behavior. None of this makes any fucking sense. Yep, back to 1. Back to the bullshit. That doesn't make any fucking sense. I just keeps going around in a circle. I can't get it to split evenly enough. And it's just gonna go back to 1. I don't know what the fuck to do with this. Just keep going around in a circle. Why not? I don't know. I am just flailing at this point. If I had 12, how would I get to 12? Wait, 11. I need 11. Man, I don't know. I don't know. I keep circling back to the same thing every time I'm doing this. I'm just not able to split it up correctly. Nothing's helping, nothing's working. Nothing's working, nothing's helping, nothing's doing anything. Nothing's working, nothing's helping, nothing's doing anything. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know this one at all. You just end up getting back to that. I don't get it. I'm completely stymied by this one. How do you get it to 11? It just feels like you just keep spinning around and never getting to where you need to be. Which fucking sucks. I don't understand this at all. Makes no sense. Yeah, we're gonna end up with one again anyway, so what's the fucking point? Makes no sense. Whoopie fucking do. Back to the same problem. God fucking damn it. Swear. What's the fucking point of this? Back to 1 again. You suck, game. You suck. I can't do it. And I know as soon as I see the answer, I'm going to be really pissed off at myself because I'm going to be like, how did I miss it? Obviously there's got to be a way to do this. Me saying that is just stating the obvious. There's got to be what is it? We have 13 lights. We got to fit 11 of them in there. So we need a way to get to 11. I can't divide this up to get it to where it needs to be, where it fucking needs to go. Yeah, of course that's not gonna work. Nope, that's not gonna do what I want it to do anyway. Wait. Did I just do it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I just did. Huh. Go figure. The Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch. Create a purified energy crystal. Well, powerful white crystal torch. I'm sure it fits the crystal torch holders around the island. It's way more powerful than the orange one was. I'm sure it gives more energy to mechanisms. Really? You think? Maybe? Possibly? Where could we possibly stick? Well, let's put it here first. The Swamp Isles. Dun dun dun. Okay. That took forever. I'm going to stop here because yeah, I don't know what happened during the stream when my voice went out. I got to listen back to this later. Make sure my voice isn't too bad, but green crystals, green lights, green stuff, green. Can I, if I take this out, does it fold back up? No. Perfect. Okay. So next time is going to be the swampy swampland. Because I've been doing this for 3 hours. Jesus. That was way longer than I expected. We're going to basically need at that gear room, we're going to need to do, because that's where the third key is to get into the tower. So to get that open, we need to open the box somehow. And I think we need to get all 5 batteries in there. The problem is that to get the 5 batteries in there, we have to take the 5 batteries out of the power area. And I think put them in there somehow. So I think that's why we needed to charge the crystal to white, because I believe that's what's going to power everything. But I'm not going to do that now. I'm not even going to try. That will be tomorrow. Tonight, I'm hoping to get work done with my presentations, which are coming up in a week or so. And if all goes well, I will be in a much better spot by the end of tonight. But that's something I need to work on. So I'm really wanting to get to a solid baseline of this is good, and then I can just spend the next week refining, and that would be in a much better spot than not having anything work at all. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. Tomorrow I will be doing another stream, probably in the afternoon again, maybe even in the evening. We'll see how things are going, but that's the plan. So for all the people who stopped by or are watching, thank you. Appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel. Give a like if you wouldn't mind. Again, the next time I'm going to be streaming will be probably tomorrow, sometime around 1 or 2 p.m. in the afternoon Central Time. But until then, I am done with the stream. Thank you all for watching. Take care. Hope to see you in the future.